Casual Talk here. 2024 is about to come to a close. And we're about to enter 2025. I've made a video about why I no longer celebrate New Year's. And the only thing I just do whenever it's a new year, I just thank God that I'm alive. And the people that were fortunate enough to make it to see another year made it to see another year. That is the greatest gift. Another year of an opportunity of life. Because without life means that there's no moments to live for. You can't cherish any moments that you have on this life, in this body, in this temple. And a lot of people don't truly understand how important life is because it's temporary. That is the best gift that anybody can have. I'm at the age now where I'm just looking to sell things that I don't even use anymore. I have things in my house that I no longer have the need for because it's all junk to me. Because once you die, you can't take nothing with you. You don't take nothing with you. PlayStation, Xbox, your house, your car, those things does not have souls. Those are objects. Once you're dead, once you're gone, somebody else is going to have your things. Or it's going to be in the junkyard. It's going to be passed down from generation to generation. Oh, this is my car. I don't want nobody driving in it. But when you're dead, you can't do nothing. You can't take it with you. You're dead. We're spiritual beings in this body. So once we go, the one thing that I'm going to have to say, because there's a lot of ignorant people out there. There's people that literally believes that everybody's going to automatically go up to heaven. So let me get this straight. You are a drunk. You drank, smoked weed, did drugs. You gambled. You did so many heinous things. Evil, vile things. You cursed people out. You are a butthole. You had a hateful personality. You did nothing for God. You didn't pray to God. You didn't fast for God. You did nothing for God. Like nothing. You didn't do anything for God. You didn't give time to God. You didn't thank God for nothing. You just straight up, I'm just going to live my life and just do me. I don't care about God. Like, that's how some people thinks. Not to say me personally, I care about God. But this is what people that lives this way thinks. Like that lives like this. I thank God for every moment and every day that I even live. New Year's resolutions, people will smoke, drink, party, have sex. Just going into another year. And then these will be the same people. Some of these will be the same people that will be say things like, oh, this year is going to be the year that I'm going to get this job. This year is going to be the year that I'm going to manifest. And I'm going to tap in to the universe, the goddess. I'm going to tap into my positive energy. Good vibes. Good vibes. And what else do other people says? Well, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to meditate all the possibilities. I'm going to meditate it. All this stupid crap that people, they talk with their mouths, but their actions don't mean nothing. 20 for 25. It's just another number and another year. People could think that, oh, you're negative. No, I'm not negative. I'm just being realistic. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy and the stupidness that a lot of Americans and people in general would say, because there's people every year, I see it every year, there's people that does not change. They don't change nothing. They don't change nothing about their lives. I know people right now that are still the same 5 years ago. Still doing the exact same thing. Still doing the exact same thing. Every year. Every year. 5 years later, still smoking, still drinking, still partying. They're just living to exist. That's what they're thankful for. They just want to exist. They're just living to exist, and they're going to die the exact same way. And there's people out there that are dying like that the exact same way every year and every day. It's pitiful. It's sad. It's unfortunate, and it is pathetic. It is pathetic. You're dying in vanity. It's worthless. So many celebrities, of course, I'm pretty sure died because of intoxication, like drowning themselves in misery because they weren't happy. They acquired so many things in life, still not happy. You know what's missing? God. God is missing. Spiritually, we are not meant to be here long term because this is a physical realm. All of a sudden, people are buying Bibles, but the popularity in Bibles skyrocketed. The number of sales for Bibles went up this year in 2024. People wants to believe that 2025 is going to be a good year for me. You're thinking about yourself. Yes, I could completely get that. I get it. We have to think about ourselves. There's nothing wrong with thinking about yourself. We have to think about our bills. We have to think about our future. Yes, I understand that. But the reality is, whatever may happen in this life, it could stop me, it could stop anybody from pursuing their goals. God forbid, a war. Or if God would want to, he can end life completely right now. He's given us time. Thank God that I still have more time. Thank God for another year. I'm going to make sure I do right with the time that I have and not waste it. Not waste it being a drunk. Partying, going to the club. I did all that. I did the clubs before. I smoked before. I did drinking before. And look, I did all the stuff that I mentioned. And then look, worthless. What did it do for me? Nothing. Is it bettering my finances? Is it bettering my credit score? Am I learning anything from this? No. There's so many Americans that I work around currently that just talk nothing but garbage. Oh, this year I'm gonna finally do this and this and that. Yeah, right. 5 years later, this year I'm gonna do this and this and that. Man, at this point you need to shut your mouth, man. If you're gonna just do something, just do it. Just do it. Whenever you're ready. Just do something when you're ready. Stop telling the world and going on the internet telling the world that this year is my time to shut. No, just work. Just do it. Just do it. Just like Nike. Just do it. Another number is not going to determine anything. 2025 is a lucky number. When people lost weight, when they wanted to lose weight, they didn't wait for another year to magically, since I don't even believe in magic. Sorry. When people just think with snap of a finger, because people act like it is magic, like, ooh, 2025, 2024, this is the year I'm gonna finally lose weight, go to the gym. Some people, they might do it for a day or two. Oh, it's too hard. Well, I'm gonna do this for a few weeks, and then they wait for their friends to stop talking about it, and then they stop. Then they stop going to the gym. I've been to the gym many times in my life, and the times when I consistently went to the last gym that I went to, which is the YMCA, not too far from my house. The last times I went to it, let's see. Every day, almost every day that I went, I didn't see the same people. I didn't see the same person. Here and there, I would see the same person or the same people, the same group of people that would separately just go. They would go amongst themselves. They will go for themselves. They mind their business. Those people that are in tip-top shape, those are the ones that I actually know that actually are serious. But from what I've seen, I've noticed from experience that the people that went to the gym, the other people that went to the gym, right, which is the majority of the crowd, because most people are not in shape, just keeping it real. Most people are average, out of shape, overweight, obese, skinny, slim, average, dad bod. They go to the gym. These are the same people that go to the gym. They work out a few days or maybe a day, and you never see them ever again. That's the example of people that are inconsistent with the times. They just don't care. You're not honest with yourself. That's what the problem is. You're not honest with yourself. When you're when you're by yourself and you have the time to self-reflect, you look at yourself. You have to look at yourself because you have no choice. You're alone. You're by yourself. That's the perfect time for you to self-reflect. Am I really serious about changing this year? Why do I have to wait another year to finally change? Why does a year mean anything to change? If that motivates you, fine. But at the exact same time, what is that going to do for you if you're not serious? Because change should start anytime. Change should start tomorrow. Change should start today. Making changes shouldn't happen on a yearly basis and you go back to your old ways. Most people are not consistent with their goals. Most people, a lot of the times, are failures to their own goals. They failed themselves. Nobody held you back. You held your own self back. Keep hanging out with the wrong people. When you hang out with the wrong people and the people who are not doing nothing, you're not going to do nothing. And that's what I call having a clique. It's childish. It's annoying. Because I even hate being around people. That's not about nothing. It's not to say that I'm better than other people. This is just how I am. I was brought up this way. I was brought up by two of my parents, regardless of my circumstances, with them being separate from each other. I grew up with two of my parents that embedded in my mind that go to school, graduate, get your GED, get educated, go to college, get yourself together. College is not the end-all be-all, but I'm giving you an example. There was people in my family who put me to shame. Even though some was a butthole about it, some of them were very snobby. Of course, I stayed away from them. And I'm not trying to get myself together and better myself together I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to get my revenge. I'm not doing none of that. It's for me in the end of the day. There's some things in life that we have to realize for ourselves. This is coming from a man, married, 2 kids. I've went through a lot of hardships in life. Things that I'm never going to even mention on YouTube. There's a lot of things that I went through that I'm going to keep to myself. That only God will ever know. And my wife, of course. But only God will ever know. Everything else. Okay? So, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. I'm not knocking anybody's grind. I'm being realistic. And I'm just keeping it real. Everyone's circumstances is different. Just because another year came and it happened like that, because time flies, time don't wait for nobody, it's just the truth. If you're not consistent, time not gonna wait for you. You're getting older. I'm getting older. I'm in my early 30s. A lot of people may think that I'm younger than what I look, but that's a good thing. I take care of myself because I just decided that it will be a lifestyle that will keep going no matter what year comes through or comes to happen. 2030, I'm still going to be drinking a lot of water. because a lot of black people weren't taught to do that. And a lot of people in general, because welcome to America. I'm still gonna push and aim to eat as healthy as possible. Keep up with my hygiene. That's another thing. Not talking about going to the nail salon or anything like that. Just keeping up with my hygiene, like brushing my teeth, bathing every day, washing my hair, taking care of my skin, just taking care of myself, okay? Taking care of my finances, getting out of debt, being debt-free, being credit card debt-free, because the credit card debt is at an all-time high in America. People are not thinking about stuff like this. People, I get it. People just wants to live for today. People just wants to live to have fun. They just want to live life. But you have to think about the problems that could actually happen. Because what anybody is doing right now, you could be having fun right now, but that could stop real quick. That could stop real quick. A lot of people would be on a mass panic right now if times was to be so troubled where another Great Depression just hit the U.S. market to the point where a lot of people are struggling. A lot more people are struggling. A lot more people are homeless. There's going to be a lot more crime. Crime is going to skyrocket because most people are going to have it hard. A lot more people will be homeless. People will do anything to make sure that they have money. So they're going to, there's a lot of people out there that are going to commit crime, even murder. And guess what? They're not going to care. All of these people are going to just do it to survive. When people does not care to have the thought about God, and they only care about themselves, their well-being, and just to survive, they're going to have an animalistic survival of the fittest, let the best man win mindset. That's the mindset that a lot of people will have if it's in a life or death survival situation. And that's the point where I do not want that to happen in America. But let's just be real. The American economy, yes, people may say things like, oh, inflation, deflation, it goes up and down, but the minimum wage is still not going up. That's a telltale sign that I need to get myself together. I need to get myself together. I'm not waiting for another year of being miserable and broke and struggling. I said it many times. I already know a lot of people is not going to have a career. You could work your way up through getting certificates, or you could work your way up by going to college. You can work your way up by going to trade school. 3 of the options. Another option, you could be a social media influencer or a YouTuber. Even then, a lot of people are not going to make the cut. I'm being realistic. It's a numbers game. It's competitive. It's competition. This is real life. This is real life. Welcome to reality. This is a reality check. Okay? This is a reality check. Every year, it's not going to be better until you make it better for your life. All the other circumstances, though, the world could get worse. It could get better. It can get better in some instances, but in many cases, it can get worse. And if it does, what are you going to do? How did you prepare yourself? How did you prepare yourself to brace for impact? That's the whole thought to this message. 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2050, 2100, 2100, 2200, 2350. Life keeps going. Life keeps going on. People are not going to wait for you. Time keeps going on. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm keeping up with good habits and thanking God every year that I'm still here, and I'm acknowledging God. Even though I know I could do a lot better, I'm going to admit this for myself. At least I'm knowing that I'm going to acknowledge God. Keep up with my lifestyles of good habits. and welcome better habits to continue to enter my life and to be blessed. And I could also bless others in return. Give back to the higher power. That's one of my appreciations for God. Be blessed and give blessings in return. All I'm saying, man, guys, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I save a ton of money. I'm not on the dating market. And let's just keep it real. Any guy who is even thinking about dating or anything like that, that shouldn't only just be your focus. To be honest, in my personal opinion, stuff is gonna get worse, man. But at the same time, I can't say, I don't know the future. But with how things are going right now, the way everything is going on in life, it's gonna get harder and harder. That doesn't mean you make your life harder by just sitting there and complaining and complaining and complaining. You got to make a change for yourself as well. God's law doesn't change. It's a sin to be lazy. You have to lean on God, man. I believe in leaning on God for everything in my life. Times are hard. Gotta give it to God and gotta do my part as well. It's hard for everybody. Not everybody, but it's hard it could be hard for rich people too. Yeah, they got problems just like us. Just keeping it real. Anyways, guys, look, that's all I'm gonna say, man. I mean, I got nothing else to say about this because at some point I'm gonna just take a huge break from YouTube. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. And I don't really care how many views I really get out of this, because at the end of the day, I've had people that unsubscribed from my channel and people that didn't, and I'm thankful for the people that continues to support this channel. But I'm just gonna keep it real, guys. Don't wait for another year or another number to finally make a change to something or put some type of habit. I understand things takes time, but and it may motivate you, but you need to stop. Don't lie to yourself. I understand everyone's circumstances is different. Everyone's problems are all different. You tackle them how you could tackle them. I got my problems still that I got, and there's some that I still have to resolve. I still got to take care of. I have to be responsible for. I'm not going to have some New Year's spirit to temporarily make me feel good, because I believe most Americans has that spirit when they're in the moments. But once the facade and the feeling fade away and that spirit leaves their body, they're back to just complaining. Life is still the same. They're not doing nothing. No change, nothing. No changes, nothing. Straight up the same person 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. No change, no growth, nothing. Another year for what? Happy New Year's for what? I'm thankful to God that I'm continuing to be consistent every year and every day. And the one greatest gift of all that I'm thankful for every year that I'm alive is to thank God I'm alive, to even see and be here, and I made it to see another year. Thank God for this life. Thank God for temporarily still giving me time to do better, to fix my wrongs. Because after this life, that's it. It's judgment. Just saying. And keeping it real. Take your time, guys. Worry about yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. The social media is not going to help you. I don't focus on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook like that. I really don't. I'm even very careful with what I post online now, because I really don't trust a lot of people these days. All the stories that I hear and see on the internet, especially on the news, people being blackmailed, scammed, conned. It happens. I thank God for wisdom. Just be careful out here. Just because another New Year came and it's another number, it don't mean nothing if you're not doing nothing. It don't mean anything. If you're not doing nothing, time is not gonna wait for you. That's all I'm gonna say. Casual Talk here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.